Welcome everybody, my name is Max Farrell, this is Dex FX Copy, and you're here to learn more about the Prime Network solution. Now simply enough, what is the Prime Network? It's all about data here with us at Dex FX. We test and run our own bots as well as other companies' bots to see and find a solution to be able to give to our clients. So basically, we're on the forefront of all cutting technology on the bots that really work. Now, I'm not talking about all these skip trace bots and scalper bots and all that stuff, right? But we take these bots that we feel are more robust, have more of a availability. We know not everything works on everything. And some assets that work on some bots may not work in other areas. So we have this data that we've been building for a pretty long time. Now, we then filter that information out loosely enough and we put it into some general locations. Now, there's three ways to test a bot, okay? We all know that EAs, bots, black box, whatever you want to call them, are very difficult to find reality in data, right? But it does come back down to data. Backtesting is the first thing you're going to do every single time. And what does this mean? It means that we're going to use data from the broker to look at what the prices were and does our strategy work against it. If it does and it has a good success rate, okay, that percentage is very important to us. We will then take it to forward testing, which means that we put it into our fast forward project. And our fast forward project will allow the assets that the developer or programmer or us suggests that it can work on, and we allow it to do its thing. And those that have good success rates are then forwarded off to our next part, which is called our prime, and go into live testing. Okay, so these are the three ways that we do this. And why? Because we know backtesting is unreliable. And as a whole, as a reliable system of testing, it is only good for you to use as, should I even think about, because if it doesn't do well in backtesting, it's definitely not going to do well in forward testing. But it's those kind of systems out there that do really well in backtesting, but then they can't handle it in forward testing because it's a made up program. So what we do is we test all that first, see if it's even something we should get into, then we put it into forward testing. Now this is a little bit more risky, but it still yields some information, and I'll show you here in a minute. Now, what does this all really look like? So pretty much, it's pretty easy to understand. We take bot number 1, bot 2, bot 3, bot 4. We can have up to 6 or 7 bots going in this forward testing process. Now, each one of these will have an amount of assets, or pairs, if you will, running on it. So you might have the EU, which is the Euro USD. You might have the dollar yen. You might have all these different bots that are on this system, and each one of them has a success or failure rate. Depending on that success rate or failure rate, we look to take that information then and filter it out. We use our software to say, okay, if the EU is doing good, this is a check mark. We say, yes, that's something in bot number 1. We're only going to let the EU go into the Prime network. But we're also going to scan the other networks. Is there an EU on any of these that do well? And if they do well, we look at the percentage rate. Which one has the best one? If bot 1 has the best one, we put bot 1 through. But no other bots will give you an EU representation. Why? Because we don't want hedging, we don't want contradiction, we just want the purity of the program, okay, and the data. So the one that has the best EU is the one that goes to the Prime network. We then head to bot number 2, and if we got everything we got from bot number 1, we then put it in to the Prime network, whatever is going to be good for this one. If a bot doesn't yield a good percentage, it has 1 month to yield something, and if not, guess what happens? It gets taken out and replaced with another bot. Okay? And we start the process all over again. Each day, each week, each month, there's an evaluation process of every single bot on the system. And that way, we keep things fresh and working on the Prime. Now, here's the good part. There are 2 ways that you can work with our system. The first one is called the fast forward. And the fast forward is simple. You basically go through the bots that we already have online and do all of this summarization yourself. Hey, because listen, when we do it, we make sure that we're very, very, very meticulous on what we take. But if you wanted to risk a little bit more, maybe you wanted to maybe use everything that bot 2 gave you because you like the numbers, but only take the EU on 1, and maybe you wanted to have only half of the stuff that's on bot 3, and then maybe you wanted to risk a little bit more and you take everything on bot 4, okay, because the numbers are good. All right, you want to save a couple of dollars? The fast forward method is the best way to go. Has a lower setup fee and only charges you 10% for the fee for the month. Okay, there's no monthly fees. Okay, because you're basically doing everything we would do for yourself. The other way to do it is get a little bit deeper into it, where we kind of do everything for you. Okay, you come on, you have your MetaTrader 4, or we have some solutions in there for you for that process. This program comes with its own solution for VPS and or web version, depending on your background and experience. Okay, so basically all you do is you attach your MetaTrader 4 or account, okay, or account right to the Prime network. Okay, we even have systems that we can do all this for you as well. So basically you pay your money, you have your account, and you get the thing on, and it just does its job. This is the way the Prime network works. That's why it's called Prime. All right, let's talk about the money, because it is a win-win situation for you. Trust me, it is. We have 2 packages. The fast forward method, what I told you about, where all the bots are in there for testing mode, and you get to track the results via the My Effects book filter. Okay, pretty powerful. We show you in the training how to summarize and what ones to really look at and watch what to look for when it starts to go bad or good or what have you. Okay, that setup fee is really low. It's a $125 setup fee, and then plus you got 10% of profit. What does this mean? This simply means that once you go live, this is not on demo, this is once you go live, because after a month you have some time. We work with you on timing and all that kind of stuff. Every client is different, so yours might be in 2 weeks, it might be in a month, it might be whatever. Whenever you decide that you want to go live, we then start tracking the results. And those results, if you win $1,000, we send you a invoice for $100, okay? Because it's only 10%. Because you're doing a lot of the work. All right? So the other way to do this is probably the most favorable one, and it's for the best bang for the buck. We just lowered the price down from $250 down to $175 because we knew that we want to get this into a lot of people's hands. And in this first release of this is going to be low, but it's not going to stay like this forever. Okay, I can't afford to do it at this rate because it does take me a lot and the staff a lot to track this stuff and get it on board for you. Okay, so as you guys start out, these fees are very low. Okay, but you're going to see these increase almost twofold within the next 2 weeks. So make sure that you're ready to jump on board. But the Prime network is, like I said, all the bots have already been successfully tested and filtered, and they're putting into the Prime network. There's a small time setup fee. It's not too much. It's $50 more than the other one, and a minimum monthly fee of $47. Why this minimum monthly? Because you get a web version available for you, or a web VPS solution for you, okay, which we set up, we manage, we make sure that everything's good for you, and that barely covers that, right? You could buy it from our DexWebTools.com company for $39. You're going to get that for that monthly, but then you have a web version available that usually costs about $45 if you got it anywhere else, okay? So you're getting a pretty good savings. And then, just like I said before, once you go live, you're going to have a small fee of about 20% where we send you an invoice. If you pay it, you pay it. If you don't, then our services are finished and we move on. So it's that simple, right? It's an honor system from this process, all right, because we want you to be successful. Finally, it can't seem to get any easier than that. We want you to be happy. We are definitely transparent because we give updates every day on the system and what we're doing. You can ask other customers once you get inside. Honesty is our most forward feature of what we have because we have to be honest with you. We want to make money too. So in order to do that, we need to show you what really works and what doesn't work. You're going to see systems in there that you've probably heard of. You're going to see programs and strategies and other things that you've seen in this system that you've probably seen other people fail at, but we're successful with. And why is that? Because we know that systems just take data and work to do. You don't know how to work a system until you work it. And we are ready to build as big as we possibly can and better than ever before. So you want to get in now, because once these doors open, I won't be able to close them for a long time, and the money's going to continue to go up and up and up. Okay? I hope you are able to join us and jump on board. I want you to choose your path below, because you're going to either go with the Fast Forward Network or the Prime Network, and jump on board and get your groove on here, because there is a lot to offer with this process. And you're going to need to get in now, because once we get 40, 50, 100, 200 people on board this system, the prices are just going to have to keep on going higher to pay for the people that are going to have to help you with it, okay? All right, I'm Max Farrow. This is Dex FX Copy. Choose your path below, and as always, trade well.